And if you want to keep loving your body, you know who to go for. Hey! Hey!
If y'all don't know me, I go by the name of Quavo. Born and raised in the north side of Atlanta, home of the Migos. This city has always been home to me, from playing in the streets and, you know, nurturing me and teaching me how to be the man I am standing before you. So, I mean, one of these issues that I care about is resolving the gun violence issue.
Resolving the gun violence issue. Is always hilarious seeing a rapper wanting to end the gun violence issue when they are the ones that rap about guns all the time. This is hilarious. So everybody drop your city in the chat. Let me know where you at. Drop your city in the chat and let me know where you at. So this right here happened, I think yesterday in Atlanta, and it was extremely embarrassing. And this is not how you win a presidential election. I want y'all to think about this. They had Meg Thee Stallion cursing and twerking at a presidential election. Look at this mess.
Now I know my ladies in the crowd love their body. Real hot, girl. And if you want to keep loving your body, you know who to go for.
Like, but so this is the problem I have with this whole thing. I am not against Kamala. I'm not against Trump. I'm just looking at things from an objective standpoint. All right. What's up, Rudy? I'm simply a person that is just looking at what's happening in front of me, right? I don't believe in women becoming presidents, but that does not mean I hate Kamala Harris. I'm just looking at this as a man and just seeing what's in front of me, because I don't want anybody watching to say that I hate women, I hate Kamala Harris, or anything like that. That's not this type of show. I am simply here to look at everything from an objective perspective, and then at the same time, ask you, the audience, do you really want Kamala in particular? That's the first thing. And then the second thing, do you want a woman to be the president of the United States? And I understand, because I had to sit down with some women and just talk to them. I understand that it sounds cool. It sounds awesome. It sounds fulfilling for a woman to be the president of the United States and make history. But women aren't even supposed to be pastors. Women aren't even supposed to be pastors of churches. But you want a woman to be the president of the United States? I remember when Hillary was running against Donald Trump, my daughter came to me and said, "Daddy, I don't think we should have a woman president." I said, "That's interesting," because I never taught my kids things like that. I just, led my family. And I asked her, "Why don't you want a woman to be the president?" She says, "Because I see women running around doing dumb stuff all the time. I don't want one of these people being the president. I don't think it makes any sense." And this was back then. What's up, Yoselin? So I'm not against Kamala. I'm against the problem with the hierarchy of womanhood. See, we've seen women in hierarchy of these black families. Most black families are not ran by men, they're ran by women. Most black families are running under a matriarchy. And that hierarchy does not work. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Most black families are ran by women. Most black families are ran by a matriarchy. So I am against the hierarchy of women. It does not work. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree that most black families are ran by women. Black families. So if you look at black men and black women, we all, to a certain degree, are dumpster fires. So it's not like, because like I said, I understand women want to see a woman in leadership, but we see women in leadership in these black families, and most black families are literally screwed the hell up. So why do you want to see another woman screw up another group of people? Don't you see it enough in your real life on a normal basis? Every damn day. Like, I grew up under my mom. My mom literally almost got us killed at least 3-4 times. Literally. For those who know my story, I literally had to take over my own household at the age of 13 before my mom got both of us killed. Everybody hit the like button, hit the like button, everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button. See? And then somebody says, but you're still here. A woman in the chat just says, but you're still here. And this is the problem with women being in leadership. You think just because a person isn't dead, everything is okay. What are you talking about? See, I grew up under my mom and she destroyed us. I grew up under my mom and she destroyed us. How many women grew up being emmed by either the mother's brother or the mother's husband or the mother's boyfriend? Women make terrible choices in men. Women make terrible choices in everything. There are, like, every time a young woman gets emmed, it's by somebody that the mother brought into the child's life, which means the woman is terrible at parenting, the woman is terrible at protecting her child, and the woman is terrible at making decisions in the men that they actually pick. So when you look at this from a micro level, black families, why the hell would you want a woman on a macro level leading a damn country? I just don't understand. I do understand it. I'm sorry. I do understand it. Women are children. Women are children. So of course women want a woman to be in office. She don't damn know no better. She's a damn woman. Hence the reason why they got dumbass Meg the Stallion twerking and cursing in front of all these damn at a damn Democratic rally. There's a whole bunch of goofy ass women that don't know what the hell they doing. So I don't have anything against Kamala in particular. I don't have anything against women. I have my issue is women in leadership. Like I said, women aren't even supposed to be pastors. So let's keep going. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Let me get rid of you.
Hey!
It's just stupid. And then you got Quavo walking out in a blouse. What the hell does Quavo have to do with anything? Quavo? Why? Well, I'll tell you why. This woman, Kamala Harris, just got a hold of all this damn money. And just like a woman, she goes out and spends it frivolously and creates a concert instead of a Democratic election rally. This shit was a concert. Instead of actually getting in front of fans and voicing what she is going to implement and voicing what she's about to actually help the country get out of because of Joe Biden doing what he did. No, she took all y'all's money because y'all done spent all this damn money, you know, all her political contributions. Now she's gonna run around the country finding different singers and artists and rappers, and she's just gonna throw a damn concert. What was the city that Kamala Harris was in where only 60 people showed up, y'all? Hit a like button, y'all. Hit a like button. Hit a like button. What was the city that Kamala Harris went to and only 60 people showed up? What was that city? 60 people showed up. So she turns around and says, oh, okay, I'm going to use all of this money that all these black women just donated to me, and I'm just going to run around doing concerts. What are we doing? I'm not for Donald Trump, but Donald Trump shows up and thousands of people are there to see Donald Trump. They're not here to see no damn Meg the Stallion or some damn rapper that he just paid to be there. Yes, this rally was like the BET Awards part 2. It's just stupid. But this is what women like. Women enjoy stupid shit.
If y'all don't know me, I go by the name of Quavo. Born and raised in the north side of Atlanta, home of the Migos. This city has always been home to me from playing in the streets and, you know, nurturing me and teaching me how to be the man I am standing before you.
This man has a whole blouse on. This man has a whole blouse on. Whole blouse on.
Resolving the gun violence issue. You can't understand the struggle of gun violence if you're not in the field or in the hardware.
Record inflation, the worst in 30 years, way beyond expectations. OPEC didn't increase oil production. Can you tell us a little bit about how you would prevent the new spending and your Build Back Better agenda from exacerbating the problem? And also, what else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
Watch this.
Thank you. Well, let's start with this. Prices have gone up.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And families and individuals are dealing with the realities of that.
What are you talking about, lady? She's like, why's your head going like this? Well, it's like, what are you doing? Look at her body language, y'all.
Inflation, the worst in 30 years, way beyond expectations. OPEC didn't increase oil production. Can you tell us a little bit about how you would prevent the new spending in your
Watch how she starts being like, like
Build Back Better agenda from exacerbating the problem? And also, what else are you going to do to fix this problem with inflation?
All right, thank you. Well, let's start with this.
Here we go. Watch this.
Prices have gone up.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And families and individuals are dealing with the realities of
Why is she shaking?
that bread costs more, that gas costs more.
Do it!
And we have to understand what that means.
Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.
That's about the cost of living going up.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it!
I do believe that we should have rightly believed, but we certainly believe that certain issues are just settled.
Clearly we're not.
No, that's right. And that's why I do believe that we are living, sadly, in real unsettled times.
No, Felicia. No, don't leave. Don't say you're out. No. Because like I said, this is not a hate train on women, a hate train on Kamala. I'm about to state some real life facts. So if you are for Kamala, I want you to stay and listen. Because I want you all to start learning how to speak and think objectively instead of being extremely biased. Now, I am biased against Kamala. Yes, but listen to what I have to say and then do whatever you got to do. So I am not a fan of Trump. I am not a fan of Kamala. But like I said, I am biased because I witnessed one of these people operate as president already. It's okay. Some of y'all are for Kamala. I got it. You ain't got to get mad. You ain't got to storm out. You ain't got to say nothing stupid in the chat. Be for Kamala. I just want you to think objectively. See, I want the Kamala people, the Kamala koala people to hang out. No, hold on. He said, just leave if you can't hear the truth. Shame on you. No, don't leave. Because the thing about it is, I just want people to think objectively. Because guess what? I can actually end up looking at Kamala as the better person versus Trump. Why? Because I speak and think objectively. So it's not that I hate Kamala. I'm looking at this objectively. But we all still have our biases. But we have to try to look at things objectively. Now, some of you may say to not give Kamala a chance. Some of you people kind of like me are like, no, Kamala needs to go, right? Well, if one candidate actually had malice towards a certain group of people, it would actually be Donald Trump. So I'll say that again. While some of you may not want to give Kamala a chance, I'm one of them. If one candidate actually did have malice towards a group of people, it would be Trump. I don't see Kamala having malice, hatred, or extreme bias towards a certain group of people. Donald Trump does have a certain negative bias towards a certain group of people. Objectively, remember? Think objectively. Everybody hit the like button. I need everybody right now to take a second to hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all. Hit the like button. Let's think objectively. Mind you, with Kamala, she has not learned anything in the last 4 years of being vice president. How? Why? Kamala is in a position where she can become the president of the United States without doing anything. And if y'all got an opportunity to be president of the United States, you would do it too. And you don't know shit. But guess what? When you get an opportunity to do something, you like, okay, let's do it. I don't care. So when you just sit back and just think about the optics of this, it just is what it is. Because there's a possibility that this woman may actually be president. Because think about this. Nobody voted for this woman. She just popped up and she's just here. But on the other end, Donald Trump is somewhat of a terrible person. So just like we had Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, two somewhat terrible people, we picked the least of evils. Please answer and tell us why she should be in office. I don't want the damn woman in office. I'm not even talking about giving her a chance. I'm just looking at this objectively and trying to have a conversation with the Kamala fans, the Kamala koalas. So think about this. Kamala is simply happy to make history as the first female president. She has no policies. She has no agendas. She has no implementations. She just wants to be the president of the United States. But you would want to be the president of the United States also if you had the opportunity. If somebody knocked on your door and said, do you want to be the president of the United States? You'd be like, how much do they pay? And you'll be like, I'll do it. Let's go. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like to be president of the United States. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like to be president of the United States. God damn it. I gotta fix this. I just be forgetting every time I do a show, the damn thing be messed up and I just leave out the house and come back and it's still messed up. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like to be president of the United States. I would like to be president of the United States. I'm just saying. So she just wants to be the president of the United States, right? And she'll be totally okay with allowing the economy to continue to go into the toilet because she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. Kamala don't know what the hell she's doing. Like, not one of us has seen, or I'll just say this, has any of you seen a time where Kamala Harris said something that made any sense? I've never heard this woman make sense. But somebody just knocked on her door or tapped on her shoulder and said, hey, you want to be president? Yes, I think Kamala Harris is an idiot. But like I said, if nobody voted for you and they just knocked on your door, tapped you on the shoulder, you'll say yeah too. So I'm not mad at Kamala because nobody asked for her. Mind you, here's another problem. Mind you, she was under Joe Biden's stupid, incompetent ass for 4 years. And she was able to easily witness a sitting president literally do nothing and become an embarrassment to the country. So Kamala herself didn't learn shit other than realizing that she can become president and not have to do anything. Because the bottom line is nobody voted for this damn woman. So to the black women who simply want to see her become president because y'all want a woman to be president. Like I said, I understand if you don't, because women don't care. Women just want to just run around doing stupid shit, right? But the thing about it is, women are about image. They're not about implementation. They're not about fundamentals. They're not about structure. Women are simply about image. And this is the reason why it's a possibility that this goddamn woman could possibly end up being president. Because black women just want a woman to be president. Because women think like children. All they care about is image. See, the image of a woman being president is all they care about. Women do not care about nothing else other than looking good. Am I right or wrong? Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. All women care about is looking good. Women only care about image. They don't care about one other thing. They don't care about parenting. They don't care about shit. Because the bottom line is, if women actually cared about life and growth, they wouldn't be single mothers. They would actually find a husband and get married and have like standards and requirements for herself before she allows a man to get her pregnant, and she'll do things the right way. But they don't care about that. Women don't care about children. All they care about is their image. And sadly, because of how dysfunctional women are okay with being single mothers. Because they don't care about shit. So I'm gonna play a little bit about this. I'll come back, but let's play more of this video.
Who doesn't love a yellow school bus? I'm excited about electric school buses. I just love them for so many reasons. Maybe because I went to school on a school bus.
But this is what y'all want as a president. This is what y'all want as a president. She's sitting there in front of the American flag talking about some goddamn school buses.
Raise your hand if you went to school on a school bus, right? Who doesn't love a yellow school bus? They will remain yellow, but their heart will be green.
What?
They will remain yellow, but their heart will be green.
What can be, unburdened by what has been. 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 What we can see, what we believe can be, unburdened by what has been. What can be, unburdened by what has been.
Make your dreams come true. Do it.
That's about having to stress and stretch limited resources.
Just do it.
And play this.
Everybody hit the like button. Let's do a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Hey, how about we meet up at a coffee shop and play this fun dating card game. We'll have fun and see if we're compatible all at the same time.
Ooh, what's the name of the game?
It's called Deeper Discussions.
I'm down.
Okay, meet you at 6.
Fellas, buy this card game. Ladies, buy this card game. Buy about 2 or 3 card games. The main reason why people can't stay together isn't because they don't like each other no more. It's actually because their present family issues come up or their past family issues come up. But when you play Deeper Discussions, you'll be able to understand a person's family issues up front.
This game can be played with either 2 people or an entire group. So have fun.
Question number 1. Name a time when money was the main factor why a relationship went bad.
Deeper Discussions Dating Edition. Again, these cards are good for vetting a potential boyfriend, a potential girlfriend, a potential husband, a potential wife. The texture of these cards are so soft and silky, by the way. Like
they ain't gonna get
really
wore out.
Durable.
A dating card game for introverts who have a hard time asking the much needed compatibility questions. Deeper Discussions, the card game.
Okay, so everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button, everybody hit the like button. Okay, so let's talk about this right here. Because this is the most important part. Women have said they want to see a woman finally in charge to see what happens. Like I said a second ago, the majority of women, actually black women, are in charge. And let's mind this out and let's just break this down for a second. If you think about it, black women have been in charge to a certain degree for about 50, maybe 40, 50 years. How? Well, 90% of black families are ran by women, like I said earlier. Over 75% of black women are single mothers. So women are the leaders of most households right now. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with my statement. I just want to make sure we are all on the same page. And if not, you think I'm crazy for what I just said? Comment on where I'm wrong. Or I just dropped the StreamYard link. You can come up. But put a 1 in the chat if what I just said is a fact. I'll say it again. Over 90% of black families are ran by women already. And over 75% of black women are single mothers. So women are now the leaders of black households. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. Because I just want to make sure that I'm not crazy or delusional. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree, and that is a true statement. So, with women being leaders already and running these dysfunctional families all over the country, what do we see? What do we see women doing? How has women been as leaders of black families? What have we seen? Drop it in the comments. What do you see? What is the product of women being the matriarch of 90% of black families? What do you see? What do you see? When you look at the physical, mental, and emotional state of women in particular, let's talk about women first. When you see the physical, emotional, and mental state of women, what do you see? Most black women are grossly overweight. 80% of black women weigh at least 180 pounds or more. That is a fact. So the physical state of women is in dire straits. Am I wrong? Just let me know when I'm wrong. The physical state of black women are in dire straits. The average woman has cysts on their ovaries, all types of birth issues. You know, when they have a child, autism is at an all-time high in the Black community. Their, like I said, their weight is disgusting. The average woman is extremely fat. Their diets are terrible. Their health is terrible. Yes, the HIV rates in women, Black women, are higher than any other human on the planet, or at least in the country. Just stop me when I'm wrong. Tell me when I'm wrong. Just say you are wrong in the chat if you think I'm wrong. So whether it's HIV, whether it's obesity, whether it's cancer or cysts, whether it's birth defects, whether it's just whoreism, the physicality of the Black women or the Black woman is in the toilet. Just let me know when I'm wrong. Just say you're wrong in the chat. You can't tell me I'm wrong. Black women have more diseases. They're fatter. They're more dysfunctional. They're louder. They're problematic. More problematic than other races and other genders. You are not wrong. That's what I'm saying. Just say you are wrong if I'm wrong. So that's the physicality. So they're getting worse and not getting better, being ran by women. Women are raising these women. Women are raising these women. Women are. Black women are more emotionally inept, extremely dysfunctional, emotionally unstable, and are becoming single mothers themselves. So Black women are getting worse and not better since the last 40 to 50 years. And what happened in the last 40 and 50 years? Section 8 and welfare. Even in slavery, Black women and Black men were together, married, and to a certain degree, happy. To a certain degree. You know, you can be happy and broke, you be happy as slaves. You know, you can be happy in any situation. Yeah, I'm waiting to see the comments. Where are the negative comments of, oh, you're wrong? Because none of y'all can tell me I'm wrong. But I would say in 1978, something like that, around 1980, when they implemented welfare in Section 8, and they actually said, if you choose Section 8, if you choose to be on a welfare system, there cannot be a man in your home. And women literally started purposely going out and finding a man to nut in them in order to have a baby and get Section 8 and live on their own so they can leave their mama's house. That was about 40, 50 years ago. Getting married was no longer a smart choice for dysfunctional ass women. They decided to start just having random babies. No, Black women did not destroy the Black family. The government destroyed the Black family by using the Black woman. Because we're not going to sit here and blame this on Black women. Because I always say women are children. So if you give a child ice cream for dinner every night, they're going to eat it. I'll say that again. Women are children. So if you give women a whole bunch of dumb shit to do, they're going to do the dumb shit. They're children. Give a child ice cream and cookies, they're going to eat it. So if you give a woman the ability to ruin her own life, she's going to ruin her own life. She's a child. So no, the government did this. The government utilized women as a conduit. And it was women, not black women, because welfare was actually for white women. But white women wanted to maintain their family dynamic, so they turned it down and stayed with their husbands. See, white women made a choice not to use, not to take advantage of food stamps and Section 8. All that shit was meant for white women, and white women said no. Black women turned around and started changing the way they operated and not getting married and just using the government. So the government is at fault, not black women. Because like I said, women are children. The difference between white women and black women is white women see the white man as more valuable to be with than the government. Black women looked at the government and all the government benefits and then looked at black men, because at that time, black men were, they started bringing crack in the neighborhoods, and they took factories and GM and all those factory jobs out of the black neighborhoods or out of the major cities like Detroit. And Detroit just fell apart. So men lost their jobs, and they gave them a dysfunctional coping mechanism, which was crack, to deal with the sadness of not being able to take care of their family. That's the reason why I'm not blaming black women, because black men started smoking crack when they couldn't find jobs. So it was a whole epidemic. I'm not going to put all of that on black women. I'm not doing that. It's on the government. The government did the shit. But women, because they targeted black women, women had a choice. Women made the wrong choice. So let's get back into this.
Stating things. I don't need.
Make your dreams come true. Do it.
That's about having to stress and stretch limited resources.
Just do it.
Put in clips of Kamala Harris stating things. I don't need politicians to state things. I need politicians to do things. When I met with Kamala Harris after she summoned me, I said to her straight up, you talk out two sides of your neck and we don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Kamala Harris who's trying to shut me the fuck up. Because I told her straight up that I feel like she is disingenuous in her messaging. And she said to me, well, you're being too critical. And I said, I am a voter. I'm supposed to be critical.
You're supposed to be critical.
That's my job. And I want to see actions. She said, well, how am I supposed to talk about racism in America without calling America?
Use fear, distrust, and envy.
So I need y'all to listen to this, because this whole thing is way bigger than just Kamala Harris. Y'all listen to this.
And I take them differences and make them bigger. I use fear, distrust, and envy for control purposes. On top of my list is age and is color or shade. There is intelligence, size, sex, sizes of plantations, have fine hair, coarse hair, or is tall or short. Now that you have a list of differences, I shall give you an outline of action. The black slaves, after receiving this indoctrination, shall carry on and will become self-refueling and self-generating for hundreds of years, maybe thousands. Don't forget, you must pitch the old black male versus the young black male, and the young black male against the old black male. You must use the dark-skinned slaves versus the light-skinned slaves, and the light-skinned slaves versus the dark-skinned slaves. You must use the female versus the male. Seers distrust all blacks, but it is necessary that your slaves trust and depend on us. If used intensely for 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. This is a perfect situation of sound sleep and economics. Before the breaking process, we had to be alertly on guard at all times. Now we can sleep soundly, for out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us. He cannot get past her early slave molding process.
Y'all hear that right? Y'all hear that right? Let me back that up. Y'all hear that right? Listen to this again.
Now we can sleep soundly, for out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us.
The black woman is the conduit to white supremacy. The black woman is the conduit to white supremacy. I'll say it one more time. The black woman is the conduit to white supremacy. One more time.
Sleep and economics. Before the breaking process, we had to be alert.
Back it up. This is very important, y'all.
Perpetually distrustful. This is a perfect situation of sound sleep and economics. Before the breaking process, we had to be alertly on guard at all times. Now we can sleep soundly, for out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us.
How does the woman stand guard for us? Because sadly, the black woman is always for sale. The black woman is always for sale. The black woman is always for sale. If the white man wants to use a black woman against the black man, the black woman will oblige with no problem. Give her some money, she'll do any goddamn thing. She don't care. The majority of you ladies, guess what? Y'all have literally sold your asses. Literally. Why? Because black women are easily compromised. You give a woman some benefits and some money, she'll screw everybody over because she doesn't care.
He cannot get past her early slave molding process. He is a good tool. Both females, being without influence of the male image, frozen with an independent psychology, will raise their offspring into reverse positions. The one with the female offspring will teach her to be like herself, independent and negotiable, and negotiate her at will. The one with male offspring, she being frozen subconscious fear for her life, will raise him to be mentally dependent and weak, but physically strong. In other words, body over mind.
So remember, I literally said single motherhood is the biggest problem in my community. It's the biggest epidemic that has hit our community, including crack. Single motherhood is worse than crack because you don't know anybody that smoked crack in your family. And if you did, it's only one person. But everybody in your family is a single mother. So which has affected our families more? Crack or single motherhood? Single damn motherhood. So I talked about how single mothers have ruined women, right? But before we get to men, I just want to play this part again because it's very important. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button.
For 1 year, the slaves themselves will remain perpetually distrustful. This is a perfect situation of sound sleep in economics. Before the breaking process, we had to be alertly on guard at all times. Now we can sleep soundly for out of...
See, that part right there. We had to be alert at all times. Why? Because black men as slaves would put together a revolt and systematically try to take over the plantation. But what happens? They would delete the father. So there's no father and there's a single mother raising all of these boys. And the boys would be under the hierarchy of the mother. And when the boys grow up to be big and strong and they start having their own autonomy, they're like, yo, I ain't with this shit. We're going to take over this place. And we're going to, do what we got to do to the slave owner. And here comes the mother. Don't you dare. No, you're going to mess it up for all of us. The woman did that. And next thing you know, the sons are like, Ma, I'm trying to save all of us. You're going to get all of us killed. I seen what happened to your daddy. So she operates in fear. Why? Because that is the mental makeup of a woman. Women operate in fear. They don't operate in structure, in foundation. They operate in fear. So when they turn around and did what they did to her husband, she's like, no, I don't want that to happen to my sons. So she stops them from causing a revolt. So if you wonder why slavery was or lasted for 400 years, it's because of the women. And do you think I'm crazy? That was just said in this. I'll back it up one more time, and then we're going to move on.
This is a perfect situation of sound sleep in economics.
Sound sleep in economics. Why were they able to sleep soundly when the black woman was in charge? Because they deleted the husband? Listen.
Before the breaking process, we had to be alertly on guard at all times.
They had to be alertly on guard. They had to be alert and on guard at all times, even at night, because men are like, yo, I'm sick of this shit. We're going to have a revolt, right?
Now we can sleep soundly, for out of frozen fear, his woman stands guard for us.
So don't look at me like, oh, you're a misogynist, oh, you're a narcissist. It was said right there. The woman stands guard for us out because women naturally fear every fucking thing and they look at benefits over humanity.
He cannot get past her early slave molding process. He is a good tool. Both females, being without influence of male image, frozen with an independent psychology, will raise their offspring into reverse positions. The one with the female offspring will teach her to be like herself, independent and negotiable, and negotiate her at will.
Negotiable, not meaning she knows how to negotiate. She is negotiable. That means you can negotiate with her easily, which means she is easily able to be manipulated. So easily negotiable means easily manipulated. A woman will naturally sell her ass to anybody that features and offers her benefits. Any one of you that doesn't have a husband will sell your ass to a high bidder. You're a woman. It's just natural. Your job is to offer your ass to the highest bidder. That's just the nature of a woman. You're negotiable. This guy right here is offering you this. This guy's you're going to get with this guy who's offering you more. You're negotiable.
Will teach her to be like herself, independent and negotiable, and negotiate her at will. The one with male offspring, she being frozen subconscious fear for her life, will raise him to be mentally dependent and weak, but physically strong. In other words, body over mind.
So, with all that being said, we remember we're talking about single mothers, right? We're talking about single mothers. Instead of, we're going to get to the man in a second. So, being under a single mother, women do not learn how to vet a man, to have requirements, to have any type of structure, to have any foundation. You don't learn that with a woman. You only learn how to cook and how to wash your ass. That's really it. All of y'all are easily able to be manipulated. So you grow up being easily able to be manipulated just like your damn mama. It just is what it is. And tell me when I'm wrong. So instead of a woman, because she's raised by a single mother, the leader of the household, the leader of the family, y'all want a woman to be a leader so goddamn bad, right? Instead of attracting, vetting, and requiring a man to marry her in order for her children to actually have leadership and structure that she never had in her life under a man, she just has sex with the first man that offers something that is shiny. But you want this type of person to run the free world. Exactly. Damage is neuroception, not neural perception. It's called damage neuroception. But yeah, you're on it. Because you as a woman don't know what the hell you doing. Now let's look at men. Like what they just said in the Willie Lynch letter, because all of this comes from the Willie Lynch letter. All right. Look at men who were raised by women. Remember, this whole show is about the leadership or the potential leadership of a woman. Y'all asses want a woman to be your fucking leader when a woman hasn't helped you do anything in life other than being in a supportive role. Name a woman that has ever led anybody, not supported, but led anybody anywhere, and they were they won or they were successful. Right now, name any woman in recent history that led a group of people somewhere and they were successful at what she taught them. I'm going to wait. I'll say it one more time. Name a woman in recent history that led a group of people into a successful direction and they are still successful now. Hello, I'm waiting. Name a woman. Name one. See, this isn't misogyny. This isn't narcissist. Oh, he's a narcissist. No, this isn't hatred. This is just understanding the importance of hierarchy versus servitude. Come on, y'all. Name a woman that has done this. Name one. Let's just say in the last 50 years, name one woman that has led a group of people somewhere and they were successful and they are still successful. I'm waiting. Name one. And this is what I'm talking about. You can't name one freaking woman. Name one. Oh my God, Chris Kardashian. Sharon says she raised all three of her girls alone. And just because you raise somebody don't mean they're successful. I can't think of anyone worth mentioning. Think of anyone not worth mentioning. Name somebody.